Okay, I don't hear it. I don't know if the audio's any good. I'm checking. Yep, we get good audio. Alright, cool. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to collect this little bit of tidbit. Alright, so we got all that material out there, and that's all fine and dandy. But I think we got some things we got to do. We got to finish this whole situation. I want to get this up and running here as much as we can. Oh man. I don't want to damage this, which is exactly what I'm doing. But I do want that gone. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure. I want to make sure we're clear on this all the way up to the wall. There we go. Okay. Because we're going to get some gates across here, and we want to have this hangar bay open. So we can get out of here and fly out of here with our fighter when we get our fighter done. So, yeah, I think on this episode, first of all, we had incoming apparently. Yet another. I think these are the same ones. So let's put these guys down. Like seriously, put them down. We're gonna go ahead and go to control. We're gonna go take the GATs. We're taking the GATs to propulsion. So let's go Gatling gun. All 4 turrets. And let's change the target parameters to weapon power systems. And that probably is going to solve that problem. We'll see how, we'll monitor our ammunition levels though. Make sure we don't like overdo it with our ammo. We're doing alright though. Alright, let them do their fighting. Alright, so let's, first thing we're going to do is charge up. We're going to go up inside the base here and we're going to charge up a little bit, have our breakfast while they're busy shooting everything up. Because, you know, that's what we're up to. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop this off in there. We don't need that. And for breakfast, well, we got some meat. We really need to set up our other stuff. I will have my mistake. You know, I just keep thinking to myself, how much are we wasting? You know, that's just what I'm thinking. I'm going to change the GATs back over to weapon systems. Honestly, that seems to be the most efficient way, and we're not wasting ammo. So let's go ahead and do that. Power systems, weapons. And we might as well go out there and see if we can't rip these guys up some. Alright, well, it would appear that you got a little too close to this. Really? Good gravy. I really hate it when they do that. Alright, well, let's go to the welders. We gotta turn the welders off, then we gotta tear that apart because it keeps charging itself up. Ugh. I had to put a piece of glass over the top of it. I wonder if that'll work. Okay, welder 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna turn those off. Alright. And we'll put the welders back on again, I guess. Alright. Okay, so let's get this thing here. Yeah, these things. We just gotta go through here, and we're just gonna grind this sucker down. We'll get some good material off of it, that's for sure. It's kind of time consuming though. I should probably build a grinder pit, honestly. But, not gonna do that this time. That's going to be, yep, that's uranium. Well, I think we got pretty good defenses here. I think we need to focus on maybe building up our base interior, actually. Now that I'm looking at all this and seeing how well our defenses are working, I think these GATs have got it made in the shade. Might even consider actually doing a secondary entrance. That might be kind of cool, too. I mean, you guys can leave a comment in the, leave the comment of what you guys want to do. I mean, should we do an entrance on the other side maybe and be able to have access to that side, or should we just keep on going with this? So yeah, this episode we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleared out of here as much as we can. Alright, that's good enough. It's out of the way. Probably get this done. Yep, that's true. Good to go. Let's go ahead and get you done. Okay. Let's try to get as much of this done as we can. Alright, cool. Alright, so that works out really well. Okay, so now back down into the hole we go. Now, I do want to get this fighter built. That is kind of a goal, so maybe that's what we should focus on at the moment. We really should have like a connector on the floor here. That way we can be able to connect it up, and we're going to do that too. But first things first, let's go ahead and get this cockpit in place. Okay. And then let's see here. I'm thinking we want rocket launchers, we got batteries, we want to be able to have batteries in place. And we're definitely going to want a cargo pod for sure. I wonder if what we've got left over on that at that war claw. We should check that out. Let's go ahead and we're going to have a sit down up here, or down here rather. Get our energy up. We're going to go back to the war claw and see what we can salvage off of there that we might want to have on this fighter. I really hadn't really thought about what exactly I wanted to do. Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate you watching. So I'm thinking we're going to head back over to the war claw, see if there's anything else we can salvage real quick. Well, there is a fleeting Ravel out there, but I'm pretty sure it got its butt handed to it, so let's go out here and see what we got. If I start seeing something coming at me, we'll hightail it. Alright, there's the war claw. So let's see what we got, if anything, left here. Alright, looks like, well, we got a connector. That's good. We'll take that. Oh, what's in there? Oh, ice. Yep, that's useful. Oh, crap. Yeah, useful, except when you only have a couple things. We'll drop what we grabbed out of it. I forgot we had those extra loot from the other thing. Alright, let's grab that. And then we'll take that. Inventory's full, and now just getting our lay of the land here. Looks like we got some thrusters, lights, okay, and we got a cargo container back here. Maybe 2 cargo containers, or is that a hydrogen? That's an H2O210. All right, cool. Yeah, we could boost it with some hydrogen, I guess, but I don't know. I'm really feeling towards the thrusters for the Atmos type of deal. We might go with an engine to generate power, and we're going to need hydros for that too. While we're out here, we might as well see, let's see, where is that? There was something else that popped up, a logistics center somewhere. I don't know. We really should be taking out some of these stupid pirate setups too, I think. So I'm thinking let's head over here and go to this farmhouse while we're out and about, and we got the capability. Oh, logistics post. Where is that? Oh, it's over there. Okay, we'll get that next. But right now I want to fly over here. Well, we still are not being attacked. And I want to go over to this little settlement here. I want to see what else I can salvage at. Oh, wait, we can't. We're full. Never mind. That's right. I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't even have the storage capacity, and I'm running around trying to fill that up. All right, let's get back down into the base here, and let's get some more work done inside the base. I mean, we got all this debris out here. We'll clean that up later. But I'm thinking we got to do some work in here. I mean, that's just how it is, you know. And we got a fighter we're building, which we're gonna have to do too. But I just keep thinking to myself, maybe today is not the best day to go after the fighter. Maybe today is a good day to get some interior work done, like on the drill rig. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and close the door. I don't foresee anything sneaking up, but we do have the ability for it to happen. Now, okay, so this bad boy here, we do need to get this figured out. And that's no joke. If we get this figured out, that's going to really open up the world for us. So let's take a look. Let's see what our situation is in here. Let's go ahead and go to control. Let us look at, we're going to go bat. I'm going to type in bat. And that should bring up our, yeah, digger bats right there. Okay, let's go ahead, and they're on auto right now. Oh, wow. Oof. Do we have it? We don't have a charge. Damn. And that was the problem, isn't it? Oh, man. As a matter of fact, that has been our whole problem in this base from get-go, is battery juice powder. Yeah, battery power has always been a bitch. I don't know why it's yellow like that though. If it's on auto, it shouldn't be on yellow. Let's bring up the bats and see what they are. It might not be all on auto. Yeah, see, that's on recharge and that's on auto. That's on auto. What? Current output's 13, current input's 15. I don't understand why it says 14 and 15 minutes. That doesn't make sense. Oh, fully recharged. Okay. Alright, so if that's the case, then we should be able to get this thing up and running. So let's go ahead and go thruster. Alright, so digger thrusters. Let's turn these bad boys on. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and let's see, we need to get the drills in place. Block on off. Okay. Get this one on off. Okay. Now we're gonna see about going over. Alright, let's take a look and see where we're at here. This works a lot better. So we're good. Got a list to the left when she's full. Alright, that's good. Alright, so we're good. We just gotta write her up, get her up and running here. There we go. wider profile. It does the trick, but it's not really effective for what I have in mind. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn it around. Bring it over. And we're just gonna dock it. I don't do much with planetary stuff, that's my problem, you see. The doing the stuff for the space, that's easy, but doing planetary stuff, that ain't as easy as it looks. Alright, let's go ahead and shut it down. I'll leave it as a second set of we'll leave the batteries on auto. That way they can act like a second set of batteries for the system. I'm just really disappointed with it. I feel like it's just like it's just not useful in the environment that we're in. Because in this environment it's so small and so tight in. I mean, look, we didn't really do that much to it, and it's nothing I couldn't do with my own drill, honestly. So, yeah. I think it'd be better off if we just cleared it out by hand. Yeah, see? Yeah, we'll just do it by hand. We're gonna have to, we'll extend the platform out, of course, but I think that's what we're gonna need to do. I think we need to extend it out by hand, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up residences and everything. We're gonna start going this way here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start setting up, we're gonna do some concrete work here. Oops. Yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna extend out the base a little bit. Light armor blocks. Alright. We're gonna run that across here. What we're going to do is we're going to switch over in order to conserve PCU and all that stuff, since we got to do this all by brick here. What the hell is that? Another fleeting rival? Wow. These guys are persistent. That's okay. Let them be persistent. More the merrier, you know, that's what I say. You guys want to be persistently annoying? By all means, we'll be more than happy to feed you full of lead. Alright. Let's get this. Really? You guys are attacking while I'm on a meteor storm, huh? Well, that's real classic. Alright, let's see here. So, I'm thinking we bring that area in here, and we're going to set up. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking that over here is going to be our manufacturing. We have that so we can be able to come in here, have this area kind of open. So we'll move these out of the way. That's what we're going to do. We'll move these out of the way so that we can get this this area extended outwards this way. Alright. Alright. Bam. We do need to get some lighting in here too. I will do that as well. And this walkway here, this is the hallway that goes straight over to that enemy facility over there. And we might do that. We might run a tunnel all the way out to here. Maybe. So, we'll see. I tunnel it out a little bit each day. Like, what is the middle of this? If this is, if that station out there is 500 meters that way, and the beacon's 100 meters that way, that stands to reason that 300 meters is halfway between the two, which should put me right in the middle of the mountain. Alright, so this would put me right about 140. So I'm a third of the way, I'm a quarter of the way across the mountain right there. So I don't know. Might be able to make it over to it. Might make for an interesting tunnel over there, but I think for now we've got a pretty good base starting up here. So let's go ahead and get the residences for the colony set up. This way. Theory, if I go and do this right, it should bring me right back out into where I want to be, but I think it's actually taking me deeper. think I angled down too far. Yep. I really angled down too far. Wow. Okay. It's so hard to do this underground without a line of reference, you see. Yeah, well. Alright.
Meteor storm inbound.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more of these blocks placed. Steel plates, alright, well, no problem. We're gonna have plenty of steel blocks out there. Alright, let's get some more steel plates and drop all this stuff off here. And we'll load up on steel plates. How about that? So this direction here is the direction I want to do the residences on, and then I want to do manufacturing over here, so and storage. So let's go ahead and get this end set up a little bit further out. Okay, and then we'll run this one out to here too. Alright, and then we'll come this one over here too. The way I figure it, we're going to go ahead and just set those up like so. Takes care of that. Alright. So I'll set this right here. That one right there. There, and that one is going to be a regular block. Okay, cool. So we've got this all laid out here. That gives me a little bit more facility to work with. And I figure by putting industry right along this wall here, that would make a difference. And then we have this exit here, which goes over to the other side. And then I figure we'll have some residences over here. I wonder how far out that would be to get actually access to, like, light and stuff, I wonder. I don't know. Go ahead, and we do need to fill this in, so... need some more plates. Alright, let's load it up. We got plenty of plates. We also need to set up some sort of like greenhouse too. Alright. The energy's critical, so we're gonna have a seat. Then we'll go out and we'll work on our fighter a little bit more too, now that we got more of a platform in place. At some point we do need to move the industrial stuff over, and I want to be able to build some stuff around it too. Maybe we should do that now, what we're thinking about, and we're doing a base build. We're doing a combination this episode of a little bit of everything. And I usually do that a lot. I scatter about and stuff. We don't have our usual to-do list available right now. It's currently just sitting over there. So let's go ahead and see about getting... Alright, so over here. Now over here we're going to have... Oh, I need more steel plate too. Because apparently we have some steel plate, some concrete flooring left over there. So let's go ahead and get it. Alright. Okay, so I'm thinking... We're going to be bringing that other part in a little bit, but I think that I want to be able to have it set up so that we can have our kind of like our flight deck over there. And I want to be able to have this manufacturing area right here. So let's go ahead and... back some here. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah. Get that out of the way. And then last but not least, actually we're going to use these bricks here. Alright, so this frees up that area there, and then we'll go ahead and square off this one here with regular bricks. That way it's got some foundation to it. Perfect. Alright, so that completes this area. Oh, wait. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, that's a little better. Alright, so that sets up our little industrial area off to the back side here. So I think what we're gonna do, let's see here. We're going to get this color here, and we're gonna use that for some interior wall action here. We're gonna go ahead and go with the interior wall that's got the little railing on it. I kind of like that. I really do. I think it'd be really apropos for a constructional area, you know? So, and plus the light, I gotta like the light, so let's go ahead and go there, go there, there, okay. Well, that's gonna have to be a corner one, so we'll go here, there, and then, yeah. And then back here, what is this part gonna be here? Well, this could be where we put the, yeah, we'll put the tanks back here, like the air tanks. Yeah, I like that. And so to wall that off, we'll just use sci-fi interior plates, interior walls. They'll work really well. Because we're just going to stack them up here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, we need more interior plates. Alright, well, let's go get them. I figure we're going to get the rest of these walls built up, and that'll be really good, because then that will allow us to be able to get this industrial area all set up. I want to be able to get the, leave it up for some better, you know, just get a few more of the, oh hell, what am I trying to think of? It's the other refineries, the more advanced refineries is what I'm thinking. Alright, and that one goes here. And that one, let's see. Pillar. 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 Alright, so now, since we do have the pipe, the air tanks there, we're gonna want to have access to them. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna want this one out of the way, and that one. Just gonna put this one in place. So that's actually a pretty big sized, That's a large sized industrial area. I kind of am thinking that's actually a good thing. Oh, that's right. We took the hydrogen tank from that ship. Man, I keep thinking it might not be a bad idea to do a hydrogen-based ship for that fighter. I don't know. Do a combination. That's what I think I should probably do. Well, actually, you know what we could do? We could do turbos with the flight and then keep the hydrogen tank on the vehicle.
Energy low.
Maybe. Let's see. Could work. I don't know. It's an idea, it's a thought process. Alright, let's go ahead and finish getting more of this in place. So I'm thinking we're going to go with another one of these, and then we're going to rotate in place. 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 And then we're going to rotate in place inset wall there. And then over here, now I was going to put that there, but you know what I think I'm going to put here? No, I'll put a corner. Alright, so I'm thinking we're going to come up here, and then this is where we're going to put a bunch of these. Now we're going to go ahead and put, let's see, a sci-fi wall here. And then here we're going to go ahead and do another one of these, but flipped upside down like this, so like we did for the same. Okay, good. This is working nicely. Let's see here. We gotta have another one in here somewhere, so let's see if we can find some more of that. Oh wow, we're running out of that. We still got quite a bit of that though. We're running out of interior plates. We're gonna need a lot more of those. This shit is dark. And no getting around it. Yep, we're out of interior plates. Huh. Wasn't that interesting? have to go fishing. Get some more interior plates. Let's do it. Let's go out there and get it. I know where we're gonna get it. Go out to that, uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, we're not doing that in the dark. Well, actually, how bad would it be in the dark? Yeah, there's nothing moving. Huh. Yeah, there's a fleeting rival over there. Still. It's way over there. Ah, gotta run, gotta run. Come on, guys, light him up. Where'd it go?
Meteor storm inbound.
Alright. Yeah, nighttime journeys. Not really the best idea. That's okay. Just get some more material and the way I see it, just mine out these things as much as possible. Alright, so we're gonna try to mine some of this ore and make some more interior plates, get some more stuff done on the inside of the base. This is all area that's gonna be the garage anyway, so we kinda need to get it cleared out. Ideally I'd get the drill ship down here and it would do the trick, but there's just too close quarters. I think that'll be more useful when we go out and get the ores later. We'll move it over to here when we get done, but for now, this is where it's gonna have to go. So let's go ahead and get these, get the stone and the iron in place. We'll start production right now. Right now I'm gonna need a lot of these, so we're gonna go 2,000 of those. Let's go with another 1,000 plates. And then another 200 grids. 1,000 more of those. Alright, cool. Area cleared. Encroaching to pirates resist surrender. We'll make it quick. Yeah, I'll deal with you guys in a minute. That reminds me. I really gotta get my fighter done. So we gotta think about the design on this thing. We're gonna want to... We're gonna want to use some of the thrusters off of that digger ship, I think. We'll pull those thrusters off. We'll use those. We might get some from a fleeting rival, but I doubt it. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the Atmo thrusters, but I don't know. We do have all that ice up there.
Storm inbound.
If I could dig straight up and get underneath that ice pack on the very, very top, I might be able to just, you know what I might do? I might go up there, dig a hole, go straight down, all the way down to the base. Then we could have an access to the top where the ice is and be able to do mining up there. But if we did that up there, we'd have to have some sort of protection to keep them from shooting at us. But we could pull it off, I think. Yeah. I mean, I did set for wildlife for here, but it hasn't shown up, so I don't think that this particular world is... I think it's got enough on there where wildlife isn't going to be much of an issue. Of course, once we get our vehicle, we should be okay too. We'll stick with the Atmo vehicle. We can get plenty of thrusters from those drones, so that I'm not worried about. We're going to want hydrogen tanks though for the engine. But we could also pull it off with H2O2 gens too. And that does have some H2O2 gens in it. Maybe that would be the way to go. H2O2 gen here, backed onto another one. Actually, that might work. Let's take a look at that. First of all, I'm gonna go with we're gonna go with a green motif. And we'll do the hazard stripe. I like that. Well, no. Let's go with the green camouflage motif. Yeah, we're going camouflage. We're going to run this thing with a green camouflage on it. So let's go ahead. We'll paint job it a little bit later. So let's see here. Let's spitball here. If we do an H2O2 gen on the back here, first of all, that's going to give us the capabilities of atmosphere if we wanted to. But more importantly, that would definitely give us the ability to... That would give us the... Oh, I gotta have some steel plates. Well, you know how we get steel plates? We go out here and we get some. Alright, so who fell and who gets harvested today? Ah, we got a couple here. Well, let's go with you. Oh, wow. Well, these guys are just beating this thing up. I mean, look at all these holes. I mean, good gravy. It's just crazy. Alright. Now that we got the parts that we need for what we're going to do, now let's do this and see what it looks like. Let's see. If we're going to do like that, we can go like that. That would give us 2 H2O2 gens, which we could use actually for hydrogen flight even if we wanted to by loading it up with ice. That would give us additional maneuverability, that's for sure. Now the other question is what about a connector? That is a question, isn't it? I think we need to have a connector, which means we're probably going to have to do... yuck. You know what, maybe I can do it that way. Maybe we can do it this way. Maybe we can do a H2O2 gen here on this side here. Right there. We could put a hydrogen engine right up above here, like, well, we could actually drop it down there. If we did the hydrogen engine down below, then we could put any AI blocks on the top part. That actually makes a lot of sense. And then if we did that way, then we could feed it in from there. And then here we can do a connector, well, a conveyor port. Let's do a conveyor on this. Actually, no. You don't even have to do a conveyor. We can do a cargo pod. We can do one of these cargo pods there. And if we did that too, we could put the battery on either side of there. Yeah. Battery.
Energy critical.
Yeah, whatever. We put a battery on either side of there at the connection point. Yeah, I like that. Well, a small battery. We'll get yeah, we'll put this battery right like that. Yeah. Put one there. And then we'll put one here. Okay. Alright, and then
Inventory full.
alright, let's go ahead and charge up. Yeah, then we could put the conveyor in the vac. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and we're going to put the rest of these materials in here because they're not applicable to what we were doing. So let's go ahead and put those. Well, they're full. Okay, well, guess we're not putting those in there. We're going to need that cargo pod. So we'll put them in here. Unless that's too full. No, it's not. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, so now we got those in place. We need to get this engine off of here because we're going to need that. Alright, so that goes there. Now the H2O2 gen, we're going to get that from the ship on the other side because I saw they had one there. Now let's see here, up in the nose. The nose knows what's going on. Alright, so right here is where we're going to put the cargo pod, so we're going to get that right now. And we can rotate the cargo pod to its side, which I don't usually do. Usually I'm pretty linear on that, but I feel like this was a perfect opportunity to rotate this on its side. And actually we drop it down like so. Yeah. Alright, like that. Okay. Interior plates, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, get this cargo pod. Rotate in place. That should give me... Let's see. Will that really be where that... Let's see, that's... Yeah. Right there. Okay. And then this gives me the place to put the connector. That's awfully low, though. Yeah, see, that drops the connector down below the level of the bottom. How far down does landing gear go? Oh, puts it at landing gear level. Okay, well that's not so bad then. So let's go ahead and get that in there. And that's going to be under movement and logistics, yes. Alright, so how's that going to look? That's really low. That's lower than even that. Yeah, that's not going to fly. No, we're not going to do that. But what we can do is we can move this upwards and put the connector up against this, like so. If we do that, then the landing gear, oh man, won't be able to fit it with the landing gear. Well, there is one other option. Well, we could do a connection like, well, crap. Here's another way to do it. If we rotate the engine upside down, that'll work. But if we rotate it upside down, it has to be able to fit on that. Well, the other way to do it would be to go. Now, would be the other way to go with that would be to put that up here, like right up there, or rotate it like that. But the other way to do it would be, ideally it would go there like that, but you can't do it like that because the stupid thing ain't right. But that wouldn't matter, actually, because of the... Yeah. So what if we put that there, upside down, like that, and then we took the cargo pod, and we put that... Not there, but rather down one? No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, see, if we do that up like that... Wait a minute, I got an idea. If we do it up like that, then we take and we go with a connector extender down. Yeah, that's gonna work. Because if we do the frame right below that, then we can go with the connector below that. Oh yeah, that's nice and pretty. I like that. Yeah, and then that elevates that up for a turret, which we could actually very easily put right. Oh wait, let's think about the doorway here. Yes, we can only go 3 grids high with the doorway. Damn. Yep. We are indeed limited by the door. Yep, I can't go very high, we gotta keep it flat and lean. Yeah.
Energy low.
Well, wait a minute. Who's to say this has to actually be like that? What if we did do it this way? What if we did it like... We did do it like this. And then we put a conveyor junction here. Like this. Then we put the cargo pod on here like so. And then we did the connector on the back end instead of in the front end. And then we put everything on the sides. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Yeah, that's about the best way to do this. And that provides a spot for munitions and extra ice to fill the engine that's going to run to power the batteries. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that'll work. And then the batteries can go right here. One there. And one there. Well, that was genius. I already committed that cell to its location. That was good. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so then we're going to take and go in here. We're going to pull those. We're going to put those in here. Because honestly, don't need those. Okay. That we've got to get from the other place, but the rest of this is just negligible. Okay, and the connector. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this Gatling gun. And warfare rocket launchers. Oh, fun, fun.
Meteor storm inbound. Energy critical.
It's always critical with this suit. This suit bleeds energy like crazy. It's like, ah. Okay, so we've got this construction going on, and it's really good. I want to be able to get this fighter done in this episode, and then we're going to call it a night. We might get a chance to fly it, but we'll see. We're gonna. The nice thing is that we're definitely gonna put some wings on it, and then I normally would put a bottom connector instead of a backwards connector, but we're working with a small opening, so I'm thinking a more flat, streamlined kind of approach would be more appropriate. So we're gonna go ahead and put the weapon systems on here, but we will shift them around once we get the rest of this constructed. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Okay, so the warfare rocket launchers. 1, 2, and then the GAT we're gonna put up here. Okay, let's see if this if this unlocked the one I think it does, that would be pretty cool. I'm just curious. I'm not going to change the rockets, but it would be pretty cool if it did. Oh my gosh, it did. Wow. Now that's oh man. That would be that would be useful, to say the least. Alright, let's see here. There should be more GATs up here. Yep, right there. Put another set of GATs up here. gives us some weapons. For now. We can move them around and set them, situate them. I was thinking maybe possibly putting them on the, like the wing mounts or something like that, but needed to get those out of the way because we have a cargo pod we need to get set up with. Let's see here. I like the nose-mounted missile launchers. Those are pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and go with that because I kind of like that. What? Where the hell did that go? I'm really confused. I put a missile in there and it disappeared. And there's 3 in there. Is there like a reloads thing aspect to this I don't know about? Alright, let's see. Where's this extra missiles? What's it? Where is the... Oh man, you're not showing me what I want to see. Alright, I want to see what's in the fighter. It couldn't have transferred down, so where is it? Okay, Warfare Rocket 3. Warfare Rocket Launcher 2 has nothing. Where the hell is it? Okay, this is really weird. I'm gonna see, do I have any more missiles? Because I'm really curious as to where the hell those missiles went. Okay, let's, I'm gonna take 5 missiles. Let's see where these things go. Alright, 4 went in there. Huh. Oh, maybe I was wrong. That was weird. I don't know, it just was like freaking me out a little bit. Alright, empty? Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get some ammo transferred over. Alright, now we need some power cells. We need to fix the engine with another power cell. We need some tubing for that. We need steel tubing for that. Let's see, do we have tubes in here? We do. Okay, cool. Well, that should allow me to get this finished. Processing complete, ready for transfer. Boy, they are busy over there. Real busy. Alright. Okay, so let's see here. We'll need to get the turbines in place too. And I'm thinking putting a turbine here and a turbine on the other side right here. So let's go ahead and get that situated here. let's get movement out of the way. I'm thinking one there. I'm thinking one there. And I'm thinking one, two. Ugh. These things are in my way. I'll stick these down here. Too many batteries. Way too many batteries. 1, 2, and 3. So then we're going to go with 1, 2, okay. Now we're going to go above. Okay, that's where those things are all going to be down below there, so let's go below. And then we're going to go with the rotate and 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then let's go with 1, 2. Alright, so that's 4 to slow us down that direction. 3 for lateral. 4 for down. And then aft thrusters. Maybe one. And of course right where I want to be. Alright, good. Now I have an idea of how these things are going to go on. I can go ahead and see about getting the rest of this stuff assembled in here too. Up on top here, we're going to need a few things. Gyros for sure. 2 of them. So let's go ahead and get a couple of gyros on here. Now we're also going to want some computer operations stuff. we're gonna put, let's see, put that there, and then let's see the other stuff. Now that's gonna, in case I get knocked out of my cockpit or something like that, I can be able to control it. This will allow me to better lock onto targets. Yeah, offensive block will be there just in case I lose control. That way it can be able to take over and execute stuff with that in mind. Basic task block, I don't know that I need it. But the AI flat move will be good to take over in the event that the remote control gets wiped out. So that's a useful thing to have. However, I am going to skip all of those in favor of my timer block. I'm going to get a timer block to put in here and an event controller. And the event controller we're going to actually put right over here. And we'll put that right underneath there like so. And that's going to set up, that'll use that for some sequences and stuff if I want. So yeah. Alright, so those are all in place. Alright. Now, we're also going to need an antenna. And that we're going to put back here. Let's see here, what else we got?
Storm inbound.
I don't think we got anything that we don't already have. Might need a couple of those, maybe. This, okay. I might be able to get away with getting out of here with a turret on the top here. We'll see. Alright, so let's see here. We get a low-end turret right here. We can pop it on there like so. Yeah, that should be okay to go out the front. Outstanding. I like this. This is working out nicely. Very nicely indeed. Alright, let's drop off all the materials we have in here now so we can go get the other stuff we need. The H2O2 gen, for example. And the rest of the ice, no less. Alright, let's go. Ready, set, go. Whoosh. Alright. Let's go. Bad guys chasing me now. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Let's get this in here. Alright, that's in there. Got that part. Alright, so I think we got all that, and the rest of it's just salvage. Yeah, so what do we got for salvage in here? We got a few things. We'll just drop off the stuff that isn't necessary. And then let's go ahead and get started with the rest of it. We need large steel tubes. That's what we came for. We got large steel tubes coming out of the Yazoo. Okay. There's one. Alright, yeah, we need some thrusters. Oh yeah, we need to get the antenna together. We salvaged a bit of that too. Steel plate, wonderful. Let's see if we can make this one fall down. Let's see if we can make you fall down and go boom. One. this up with the rest of the the rest of the main stuff is going to be really sweet. Alright, and actually, I'm going to go here and I'm going to drop this in there. And out we go, and down we go. Alright, let's see here. Get the rest of this. There we go. Good to go. And then we got some more of these to get. Let's get more of these. Fighter up, and then we'll take the battle back to some of those bases. That'll be good. Real good. Alright, let's see here. Okay. And then let's see. Let's get this side here. Batteries. We've got a lot of stuff done here. We might have enough thruster power, I think, to be able to accomplish our mission. Whatever mission it is. Whether it's scouting or taking it out, that's for sure. So we should definitely get the landing gear in place, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and get some landing gear in place, because we're going to need them to park this thing down. Let's see here. Let's see. Landing gear. So we've got to get the battery set up first. And for that, we have to go to the main thing for some power cells. Let's see here, power cells. We do have enough of them, I think. We'll drop that off. We need 40, and there is 41 there. Outstanding. Actually, 41 will do perfect, because we still have the engine to give one to, too. So that works out really nice. Alright.
Energy critical.
Kind of consider this like a ground assault. Yes. Okay, let's get that H2O2 engine turned off so it doesn't burn through my oxygen. This point. What we do need to do is we need to charge the batteries. So let's get these warfare batteries up and running and charged. But first, before we, yeah, we'll charge them because we're still linked to this. So we don't have the other capability yet. So let's get both of these on recharge. All right, cool. All right. Alright, so we're gonna let this go ahead and do its thing. Good gravy, you guys really want to play this game, huh?
No energy.
Ah, out of ammo. Alright, no problem. Well, I guess that's a problem, isn't it? Alright then, fine. No ammo it is. And just let me charge up my ship. And then we'll see who's who here. How about that? Alright, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get a connector attached to this thing. And then, let's see here. Alright, let's go to bats. Let's get these batteries. I think I'm going to take these batteries off of charge like that. And we're going to go to auto. And then we're going to jump off of this thing and we're going to actually let it hover for a second. Yep, I figured we'd have enough power to do that. Alright. Now we gotta get you fixed up here. And the best way to get you fixed up is actually going to be to do this other thing. I need to go get that. Oh wait, no, I already got that. So we're gonna have to... What do we need? Steel tubes, chips, and the other thing. So let's see what we got. Computers, tubes... And we don't have the steel plates, do we? But we might in the other cargo containers. So let's see here. Yep, we got the plates. Actually, we got the rest, all of the parts we need. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this done. And then there lies the challenge there, huh? Wow. See, that's the problem. It's not lined up great. Because with the landing gear there, it actually makes this thing not low enough to actually connect with the connector, which sucks. But this is why I wanted an underbody connector. But I have to have it low enough that I can get out. See, that's the problem. Unless I want to make this into... well... we are only 3 wide. And if we did them on the side, we could actually go higher by 3. Yeah, we could do that. It does mean that we would have to get rid of the aspect of this cross piece here, but we could do it. It would work. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to need to do, which means we're also going to need to get rid of this. You know what? We're going to... okay, so everybody, this is how you do it. I'm going to use voxel hands, and I'm going to get rid of these voxels that are just floating here, because honestly, that's a pain in the butt. So you do this, then you go like this, and you just do that. And you get rid of the voxels that are just floating there. Okay, now they're not floating. Now we get off of creative, and now we're golden. Alright, so that's happening. So we need to find doors. And these are going to be here. That's what we need. We need doors. Alright, so we're going to be running these things crossways. Let's see. How big are this? So this is 5, so we actually are going to need, let's see. We're going to need this a little wider. We're going to need this block right here too, I think. Because each one of these things are going to stick out to here. And then we'll have to here and to here. So yeah, we're going to have to go straight out this way. So let's go ahead and, first of all, we're going to need to... no, what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to take care of another floating voxel. But this one we might be able to do... we might be able to do this one with a drill, just because it's really close to the other stuff, but I don't think so. Gotcha. I have the worst luck with that. I really do. I'm really impressed with myself. Okay, so we're gonna get this. We are going to get this whole situation sorted. Wait, what? What do you mean you... oh, man. Seriously? Now I can place it. Alright. So that takes care of that. Okay. Okay, we're looking for the gates. Okay, we need a windowed warfare door. Now we're not going to build these up until we actually get the doors. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go... Well, that one, however, we can build up, because this one here we actually did salvage. This was the door from the farmstead. Oh, we gotta put this... Get this block in place. Alright. Okay, so now we're gonna put this one on this side here. And let's get windowed. We want the window. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. And we'll get some motors for that one. Eventually. Alright, so that should give us an exit that will work. It's going to be 3 by 4 square. That should give us plenty of room to exit the vessel, however we configure this. And I'd really need to be able to have it configurable to a connector, so what we're going to do is we'll put this connector on the floor, and they will actually set it up so that we got a couple of different ways to do that. Ow. You also want to set out this so that it comes out and allows us to be able to have 2 more weapon systems on either side, plus we want to have some solar panels here for additional power supply. Oh yeah. And we apparently need to have this fixed. Alright. So what we'll do in the meantime is... We'll just throw this up here for now. Alright, cool. And this one here will do the same thing. We'll throw this one up here somewhere. Just kind of like a temporary out of the way kind of thing. Until I figure out how I'm going to attach these things. Yeah, that works. Well, that works a lot, but I need to get that landing platform done. I think I need to extend that out quite a bit. Let's get some more steel plates. We're going to need to make a lot more of the other stuff. Alright. So we're going to go back in here. We've got quite a few things to do with this hangar. I want to extend it out. And I also want to open up this a little bit more.
Inventory full.
Okay. Alright, let's drop off these and we'll drop more steel plates. We're gonna need a lot more steel plates, I think. Yep. A whole lot more. Because that's not even gonna last. Let's see here. Alright, I'm looking to see if I got anything else in there. Oh yeah. There's a detector component, we'll need that. Okay, once we get this platform in place, then what I'm thinking we're going to do is we'll set up landing lights and we'll set up 2 assault guns on the top. Ah, looks like they're coming in for fun again. Ugh, those guys. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and run in here. And we're gonna get production going for a lot more metal plates. So meanwhile, we're gonna grab these here. Now let's see here. Right down the middle here, so we're gonna set up the lights. Alrighty, and then we'll set another sensor here. Where are the sensors at? Oh, there you are. Need interior plate. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing sensors at that moment. Good gravy. Up we go. I really should get this thing plumbed all the way over to the industrial area so that we can be able to get this thing a little bit more efficient. You know what we're going to do with this? We're going to jump in here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Yeah, we need to get the wings on this thing, is what we need. Need steel plates for everything these days, it seems. Let's see. Did we take everything out of these boxes? Or do I still... Yep, we took everything out of that one. Oh, we still got a few things in this one. Okay, good. Alright, so we need to do a few things, but we'll get this, let's get this, I want to get my fighter done. Because we can get some good salvage off of these bases once we start wiping them out that we could use. We really need to, we really need it, actually. So let's go ahead and get that, and then, oh wait, oh no, we don't want that. That is heavy armor. We want light armor.
Meteor storm inbound. Energy critical.
Let's see, where are we at here? Weapons, there you are.
No energy.
Well, hopefully, hopefully I didn't just screw myself with the wings. Oh wow, I just barely fit. Well, I got enough clearance, I think, on the sides. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set this thing up on here. I know I said I was gonna make it a short one, but this is kind of, you know, fun. So I want to get this fighter finished this episode, daggone it, and I'm gonna get it done one way or the other. My gosh, I can't resist. I must continue. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more? Yeah, we do right in here. Outstanding. We'll take that, that, and that. All right, cool. We got to get these wing, because I really like the idea of the wing-mounted GATs And then we've got the we'll have a turret on top here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to put a let's go ahead and put a flat. We're gonna put a mount. We're gonna put a GAT mounted on here. So we got a couple of different ways to go. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the profile pretty low, and let's go with a. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do an autocannon. We have. Pretty sure we have an assault cannon or autocannon rounds. Pretty sure it might be an assault cannon. So let's look at that. Yeah, we could do that. We could do an assault cannon. Yeah, we got ammo for it. Or we could just do GATs. We could do a GAT turret. If we did a GAT turret, we could do that and then just do auto cannons for the weapons on the actual target. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now I gotta see if those are assault cannon shells or autocannon shells. I think they're assault cannon shells, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's find out. Where are you? Okay, I know I have them somewhere around here. Maybe they're in the armory. Ah, it's autocannon magazines. Okay. So we need to change that to autocannon. That just reminds me. I need ammo. I won't use it. Alright, no problem. We're gonna take one of those. Okay, I didn't want to take 3 of you. I only need 1. And we'll drop that. I see they're talking again out there. Alright, so I need auto cannon rounds is what we're gonna need.
Inbound.
So that's not what we want. We want auto cannon. Alright, so we want... Oops, I overshot it. Huh. Well, you loaded up in a hurry, didn't you? Well, thank you for joining me. Unfortunately, we just had a crash, so that's going to put the end to this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. You know the deal. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. A whole lot more is coming.